They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on 2nd down. Roach. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw. Roach. Quick throw. That's complete on the inside slant. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What?
90! Looking to throw. Roach. And to the left side here, Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. Roach. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Right back to him on first down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Now let's go.
Looking to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's James. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right. He's got him in, complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play on 3rd down for the Chargers. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Noah Spence in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, He looked like one of those guys. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing. But I wonder about mindset because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roach. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, Roach drops this up to Kamara out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Back to throw. Roach escaping the pressure right. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. To throw on 3rd down. Roach. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Edelman set to return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On first down, Roach. And this one's incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that. I
don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On second down, Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
On third down, Roach. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 8, but it's not enough. Fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And when you've got the 31st ranked rush offense in the NFL, you're going to see a few of these negative plays.
Yeah, and I don't want to be snarky about the whole thing, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. We've seen a bunch of those this season.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Virgil Green is tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Gone! 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 Let's go! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Noah Spence in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
throwing on first down. Roach. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go. What? 9.
To throw on 2nd down. Roach. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go. What? 9.
From the gun, Roach. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Here's James. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. An update now from Oakland. The Raiders are out to an early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
He'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Wide open receiver complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll set up a throw. Going for it all. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ken Crowley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Roach. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Come on, let's go. One.
Operating from the gun, Roach. And that is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Saints on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Off-play action. Roach rolling to his right. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And Lutz's kick is good. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Gun! Now let's go!
They'll set up to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Roach is going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Again, this is Kamara. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air that. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Ken Crawley. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. First down, Roach. Thomas barreling ahead. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go. What? 90.
Throwing on first down. Roach looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? 90. What?
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And Hill running right through it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Looking to throw. Roach. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to take another shot here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Flush. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roach. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Try to pound it in. Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
To throw on 2nd down. Roach. Steps away to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one goes for 24 yards. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Back to throw now on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw here. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
Let's go. 190.
To throw on third down. Roach. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Here's James. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far, nothing going right offensively. Looking to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 17. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Not a great start to this drive. You have the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the Saints, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.